A recession is an economic term that refers to a significant and sustained decline in economic activity. Specifically, a recession is characterized by a decrease in gross domestic product (GDP), rising unemployment, and declining levels of consumer and business confidence. In this article, we will explore what a recession is, how it is measured, and what causes it. At its core, a recession is simply a period of economic contraction. During a recession, businesses and consumers spend less money, and the economy shrinks as a result. This is typically due to a decline in demand for goods and services, which can be caused by a variety of factors. One of the most common causes of a recession is a decline in consumer spending. When consumers become cautious about spending money, they tend to hold on to their cash instead of making purchases. This can be due to a variety of reasons, including rising prices, higher levels of debt, or declining levels of income. When consumers stop spending money, businesses are forced to cut back on production, which can lead to a decline in GDP. Another common cause of a recession is a decline in investment. When businesses and individuals become cautious about investing in new projects, this can lead to a decline in economic activity. This can be due to a variety of reasons, including higher interest rates, declining levels of confidence, or changes in government policy. When investment declines, businesses are forced to cut back on hiring and production, which can lead to a decline in GDP. Recessions can also be caused by external factors such as natural disasters, geopolitical events, or changes in trade policy. For example, a major hurricane or earthquake can disrupt economic activity by damaging infrastructure and disrupting supply chains. Similarly, changes in trade policy such as tariffs or trade agreements can disrupt global supply chains, which can have a negative impact on economic activity. In order to measure a recession, economists typically use GDP as a primary indicator. GDP measures the value of all goods and services produced in an economy over a given period of time. When GDP declines for 2 or more consecutive quarters, this is typically considered a recession. Another important indicator of a recession is the unemployment rate. When the economy is in a recession, businesses typically cut back on hiring and may lay off workers in order to reduce costs. As a result, the unemployment rate tends to rise during a recession. Other indicators of a recession include declining levels of consumer and business confidence, as well as a decline in the stock market. When consumers and businesses are uncertain about the future of the economy, they tend to hold back on spending and investment, which can exacerbate a recession. When a recession occurs, governments and central banks typically take action to stimulate the economy. This can be done through a variety of measures, including fiscal policy such as government spending or tax cuts, and monetary policy such as lower interest rates or quantitative easing. One of the challenges of combating a recession is that the effectiveness of these measures can be difficult to predict. For example, if interest rates are already low, it may be difficult for the central bank to lower them further in order to stimulate the economy. Similarly, if government is already running a large budget deficit, it may be difficult to implement additional fiscal stimulus without exacerbating the deficit further. In conclusion, a recession is a period of economic contraction characterized by a decline in GDP, rising unemployment, and declining levels of consumer and business confidence. Recessions can be caused by a variety of factors, including declining consumer spending, a decline in investment, or external factors such as natural disasters or changes in trade policy. When a recession occurs, governments and central banks typically take action to stimulate the economy, but the effectiveness of these measures can be difficult to predict.